Okay, we're going to hook this up to the manifold. I'm going to cut some of this off of here. So what you do is you heat this up till this falls, till it just starts to fall. Then you take your cold tweezers, you come out here and you pinch and you turn, and it'll fall right off. Cold steel on hot glass creates a fracture in it, a stress. So now we're going to stretch that, or we're going to make it go right to that. And then it cracks right off. And most of the time it's a nice straight cut. This one was a little bit jagged, not bad. Okay, turn the pump on. Close the blow hose. Open the gauge. Okay, open this secondary. Watch this oil right here. See how it squirts up? That's our filling gauge. Okay, this is mica. It's a mineral. What it does is it keeps this 20,000 volts at 600-700 milliamp from jumping between two pieces of glass and creating holes. It sucks when that happens because then you got to rebuild it. Okay, and then the phone book paper. Oop, got to hook up the wires. 25,000 volts. There we go. We got a strike, an arc. Back you up a little bit here so you can see it all. Okay. So I'm going to watch my gauge and it'll tell me what the pressure, what it's doing. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling more of a vacuum on it. I heated it up a little bit. Then I'm going to shut the vacuum. I'm going to backfill it with natural gas. That's a little bit too much. I only want about 1 millimeter gas pressure. So we're bombarding with natural gas inside that tube right now. And that acts like a flushing gas to burn up all dust, air, moisture, anything that's in there. So what we're doing is we're purifying the inside of this tube so we can put our lab grade neon gas in this instance. This is going to be red. The other side is argon, it'll be lab grade argon. So we shut the vacuum, we're going to put natural gas in it again. You don't have to do the natural gas thing, but I like doing it because it makes a better tube. So we've got our paper burning. Our electrodes are starting to get red. We're going to give it a little bit of a vacuum here, take some of that gas out. Okay, our electrodes are red, our paper is burnt. Now we're going to leave the main vacuum open and let it evacuate. So we burnt the paper really well. Electrodes were red. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. So what we're going to do is turn the vacuum off. Come over here. This is the neon gas. This is the filling gauge. We're going to watch the oil. I'm going to run it up to 10. Right in there. Set your bag down. So now we're going to hit it. Ooh, look how nice and red it is. It's awesome. Then right here is the final seal. So what happens is, this is still under vacuum because we used very little gas. Well, that gauge is measured in millimeters, millimeters of pressure. And the gauge that it takes to calibrate that gauge is filled with mercury. So it's 1 millimeter per so this tubulation has to be short. So you want to touch the end after you're done and anneal it. Okay? So this moves, this gauge, just explain this real quick. This gauge moves that much in between, about 5/8 of an inch, to a mercury gauge that's just like this. Oh, it's filled with mercury. This is butyl phthalate. Moves only 1 millimeter, and that butyl phthalate moves 5/8 of an inch. So then you calibrate, and that's how much you know, how many millimeters of pressure that you have. All right, now we're going to hook this up to the burn-in bench. This is a 15,000 30 milliamp conventional static core and coil transformer. Okay, so the reason that this is a burn-in bench, see this little piece right here? It's not quite right, but it will be here in just a few minutes. Okay, I'll bring you back. Well, tell you what, let's block it out right now since we're running. Yeah, I know it's good. So this is a water base, like a latex blockout paint. It's made by Stays On Blockout. They've been around forever. So you want to do this with the face up, so this paint can't run down on the face. You'd have a lot of paint on your brush. And you do have to do 2 coats of it. Back in the old days, we had Stays On, but it was, the original was a thinner based. It was hotter than lacquer thinner. Back in when I first started, and man did it stink. It was horrible. This stuff came out and it's awesome because it doesn't stink so bad. See, this is burned in already, or it doesn't stink at all. It has really no odor, just a latex house paint type of odor, you know. I'll have to let this dry, and it dries pretty quick when it's hooked up to transformer. I'm not trying to do any strokes on it. Just bring it along and touch the places you want. You don't try to paint. Like you just drag it. Okay, we'll let that dry, and we'll come back and do it again, maybe. Let me hold that up in case I don't, so you can see it. That's what it looks like when it's blocked out. Okay.